Happy Tuesday, everybody in this room. I would like to say that it is one hell of it's a situation which I never pictured, whereby we had 4 people here with our good friend Guido, and now I'm the third person. And like I said,
don't worry, Guido's still texting you, pretend to be a girl, so he's still with you in spirit.
First of all, why did you open that as if we're on the radio?
Yeah, it's a podcast.
It's a podcast.
You're listening to us right now, Monday, 11:14 p.m.
And here's the thing: to us, it's Tuesday, but to the listeners, it's Thursday. This comes out on Thursday.
But that's only if they're listening to it right away. But most listeners, it's probably a Saturday.
Yeah.
And I'll give you a very good answer to that. I've been listening to the radio for decades and decades and decades, so that's the custom. That's the thing that I'm accustomed to.
Yes, but now you're not on the radio.
Well, try not accustom me then.
That's like, bro, you did the equivalent of, like, I don't know, listening to a certain movie for like 5 years, and it's your favorite movie, and you walk into your restaurant job, and I don't know, let's say it's 300, and you Sparta kick the chef, bro. Yeah. What, bro? I've been watching 300 for 10 years, bro. I'm accustomed to it.
I've been listening to 2 Drink Minimum for 4 years, so I try to do the same intro.
Fuck you, bro.
In any case, I'm very happy that we get to start this podcast in the very good spirits that I'm in right now.
I love your Kappa tracksuit.
Yes, it's a classic. I was gonna comment on it earlier.
I love it. It's basically it's a 2-headed chick with her legs open.
Oh my god, I never looked at it that way. I always looked at it as 2 chicks back to back.
That's weird.
That's weird.
Well, it's garnering a lot of positive vibes, so that's the main thing.
Yeah, people are telling you, "Hey, my friend."
So let's talk about the Guido text.
Oh no, it's okay.
No, I have to, bro, because I think, like, you know how people are always like, "Is he in the closet?" Like, I think this is proof that he's in the closet. Like 100%, dude. Who does that?
It's okay. We'll talk about it in another episode.
What kind of grown-ass man does that? Pretends to be a woman.
Dude, you're telling me you've never pretended to be a woman?
To be a woman? No, never.
You thought about it too long. That means it's more than twice.
Yo, I got some stuff to talk about. I walked out on the balcony just before I forget them. I walk out on the balcony. Oh, before I talk about that. Dude, we were up front. I was smoking a cigarette.
Okay.
In front of this building.
True story.
Man, he witnessed this. There was a lady. She had, you know, in front of the building, there's like a no parking zone, but people park there to like deliver shit.
Yeah. The delivery
there was
drop
like,
off.
there's like 4 spots empty, right?
Yeah.
She had 4 spots empty, couldn't park the car.
Oh, I've seen that.
Bro, she pulls in, hits the curb, then she tries to reverse, hits the curb with her back wheel, tries to go forward, straighten it out, goes to reverse again, hits the curb with her front wheel. Now she's confused. She gets out. She looks at the car like, what's happening? I'm like, there's no way this is real life right now. Gets back in her car, turns the steering wheel the other way, hits the curb again with her other wheel. Bro, it was inside. Finally, she managed to back up, and half her nose was out onto the street.
And you're telling me you want to get paid the same as me? Come on, man. You got to learn how to...
I know what I'm about to say is a little bit on the embarrassing side. I've never been the best at parking, but that really takes the cake what she did.
No, that was honestly that like I was
Which part of that was the embarrassing part? I don't want to offend.
There.
I don't want to offend anyone, but she takes the cake. And I don't mean because she's baking because she's abroad. I just mean
I think I had to get my driver's license on the 3rd shot. I only got it. I think one of the reasons I failed was parking.
Parking.
Parallel.
Yeah, exactly.
I've noticed a lot of people have a hard time with parallel parking. I, for one, take pride in my parallel parking. And every time I pull in one shot, it's like an accomplishment.
He takes pride in his parallel parking and in his power, his white power.
Yes. Isn't that what that means?
That means okay.
Not okay.
He's not okay in my head.
Oh, shit. Okay, so there was that happened, and he witnessed this. It was honestly like that. Like her license should be taken away, in my opinion. But that's
or take some additional courses, whatever.
No. The courses cannot save that. There is a moment in time where you are beyond saving, and you should just give up.
There is like an epidemic of women who can't parallel park. I think they build it up too much in their head.
Yes, 100%.
I think that's all it is you're not practicing because you're scared to screw up.
Yes.
But if you just try it a couple times, you do the mirror to mirror thing, you start realizing, like, okay, there's like a system to it. It's not as hard as
yeah.
Everything seems harder until you try it.
Parking between cars, I can understand because they're a bit clumsy. They might be worried to like hit another car. But this was insane. This was like I almost had a heart attack.
You could fit a boat there.
Yeah. You could have fit a
3
pickup
cars,
truck,
give or take.
a pickup truck with like a big trailer in the back, carrying like 3 horses.
Oh, that's sexy.
Another thing I stepped out onto my balcony the
Oh.
other day,
Romantic.
and I started smoking because I'm a smoker. And I look down, and there's 2 pigeons having sex. Male pigeon on top of the female pigeon having sex. I saw this whole.
Well, how do you like? I don't know. Just fucking guys assuming their genders. What year do you think we're in?
1 male, 1 female.
What year do you think we're in that you could try to use common sense? What are you doing?
And so they're having sex, and I'm like, oh wow, this is interesting. Like I just caught something in the wild. I felt blessed. And then
Could you imagine his girlfriend? Hey, why are you jerking off on the balcony? Get back inside the house.
the male pigeon hops off, and then I guess the female pigeon was very content because she started like dancing around him and turning in circles, going around him, like bopping her head and stuff. And then he was like, ugh, and then started like walking away. And then
Oh, he regretted the bang.
yeah, and then he was like, another day in the office, you know. He started walking away. She started following him, like, why are you leaving me? And he was like, leave, whore, you know,
Jesus
leave me
Christ.
alone. And then he's walking away, and then like another female pigeon lands, and she gets jealous because she turns around, she pulls one of these, and she starts looking at the other female pigeon, and she gets mad,
And then they start fighting.
and then the other female pigeon leaves. She's like, oh, that's her territory. She leaves, goes on like a thing. And then the other male pigeon turns around, looks. She's like, oh, nice. Another prospect, you know? Dips with her. And then the other female pigeon that got sexed up was depressed.
Oh, wow, that's sad.
Yeah.
How long did this
Crazy.
whole thing last?
Wait, how do you know
About-
she was depressed?
About 3 minutes. Because the bop wasn't as fast when they walk. It was more like a...
I think you're reading too much into this pigeon depression thing.
We have a new resident animal psychologist here.
Hopefully he can analyze the animals.
But yeah, this whole crazy story in like 3 minutes, bro.
Yo, the craziest thing happened in this building, dude.
Oh, yeah.
How nuts is that? So, Adam, you were taking a shit, so you didn't hear it.
No.
But basically, the guy that we used to like pay our rent to, there's like I got an email that he was fired. So it's like he's fired, he doesn't work here anymore. Don't report to him, you'll get a replacement. So I was like, what the fuck?
Did they give a reason?
They didn't give a reason, but I did some. Well, I didn't have to do some snooping. The snooping came to me. They reported me with the gossips. So apparently, what happened was there was a guy on another floor, a young dude that was paying his rent. To the guy, but he was paying his rent every month cash. And then he received a letter from like the head office, and he goes, "Look, if you don't pay your full rent, you owe us $16,000, $15,900, whatever. We're gonna kick you out. We're gonna grab your shit and throw it in the street." And the guy's like, "What the fuck? I pay my rent every month."
You think the guy was pocketing the money? Okay,
I don't know. I don't know, Batman. You tell me.
But
Yes, you tell me,
guy was-
Batman.
okay.
So he goes and tells the guy, he goes, "Dude, I've been paying you my rent. Why are they saying?" He goes, "Yeah, you see, the thing is, I've been pocketing your rent." And he goes, "What the fuck?" He goes, "I'm not, this is crazy." And then he goes, look, what's the big deal? They're just going to throw you out. They're not going to do anything else. And he goes, I'm paying my rent. I already paid my rent. I'm not going to get fucking thrown out for you. So he goes, please don't tell them or else I'm going to get fired. So he goes, look, here's the deal I'll make with you. If you want to keep your little secret, but you pay me back exactly what you owe me cash, and I'll go pay the full rent. You give me the $15,900 cash. The guy goes, I don't have that money. I already spent it. So he goes, well, fuck you. So he went and ratted on him. And then they
you
fired
can
him.
get arrested for that. You're stealing company.
Actually,
Yeah, of course.
that's fraud. Yeah, 100%.
He may. That's maybe why he's not replying. He may have been arrested. I don't fucking know.
You
But-
talk about people that have common sense. You're supposed to get a receipt. Sir, here's your rent. You paid in cash. Here's your receipt.
I know, but here's the people, they're trusting, they're dumb. Sometimes I don't ask for receipts, but I always do check.
Yeah.
I always do check every time. And they even ask me once, they go, why are you doing check? Why don't you just do like where we can just take the money directly out of your account every month? And I told them, I
Absolutely
go,
not.
it's because I don't trust you people. I don't trust you people to take the correct money. I don't trust you people if I'm leaving and I'm done and then you decide to take an extra couple of months. I don't trust you people. So you're only going to take the money that I give you. And the guy's like, okay.
Wow.
And now you see why I don't trust these people.
And this was
But
like
tell
6
us
months
more.
later. This was okay. If it was 1 month rent, he owed 2 months. This is like what, 6?
More.
7? it takes the building manager that long. Hey,
Yeah, because he was covering up. He's like, yeah, I'll get it. I'll talk to him. He wasn't
Yeah.
telling them. He's not going to tell them, oh, really? He hasn't paid you. It's because I've been stealing it.
I might use the word. I might replace the word stupid with underhanded. I mean,
Well, it
he
was
made-
underhanded.
He made something nice. I don't know.
Well, he's going to have to pay it back now that they caught him.
But tell us more about how people should do their due diligence. You tell us more.
Yeah, you
I
tell
would
us
like to
because you're a
share a
guy who
story
always
with-
does his due diligence.
I would like to share a story with you that's similar to this one, but not exactly.
Okay, who'd
I
you
have
rip
a
off?
I have a friend from like 10, 12 years ago. He was the janitor of a little apartment building. I don't know if there was 10 apartments. Not the same size as this one. Doesn't matter. I remember what he did was a little bit more crafty than this guy. Let's say he would, if they had a tenant, we're talking about $500-$600 monthly rent at the time, right? Not a huge amount. What he did sometimes is that he would be like, okay, he would quote unquote borrow the money. Then when it time came to deliver the money to the owner or the head office, wherever he went, then he'd make sure he'd replace it.
Okay, that's fine. That
Yeah.
works. That makes
But
sense.
He got fired because he got caught. Apparently, hey, there's $600 missing, and
So then he didn't pay it back.
he was good at this quote unquote borrowing, and then came a time when I think he was short.
Yeah, so
And-
then that's not good. That's what I'm saying is that
Yeah,
then,
it was
then
good in the
would
beginning,
you-
but not because whatever. There are people who are always in a jam, in a financial jam.
a
and he
line
was
of credit.
borrowing.
Yeah, but it's not your. Here's the thing about the financial jam thing. I get it.
Oh, and the landlord told me you're lucky I don't call the cops on you because that's illegal what you did.
Of
So,
course, it's illegal.
I'm not. I know.
Wait, did you
I'm
just say the
wait.
landlord called me?
the
Wait,
landlord could have called the cops on me. Instead, he just fired him.
So you were the one.
wait. So
doing
you were
this.
the one. I love how fucking he's just, bro. I imagine that when you were getting the first time when you were talking to cops, they must have been having a field day with you. They're like, "How is this real life?" Like, I'm not gonna tell you guys anything except the crimes I've committed. What?
Nah, that's crazy, bro.
at that,
I'm
that's
dizzy.
amazing.
That was so funny. I'm dizzy.
All I was gonna say is I actually give credit to this guy. We don't even know if
Hold on, this is you. Stop talking like it's the third
Okay,
person.
well-
we know it's you now.
We know it's you now. You don't have to do a third person.
You
Thing.
dummy. This guy, bro, he's a politician.
Yeah, him and the other one deserve each other. Let him pretend he's a girl. You pretend that you're not the guy that stole the money, and you guys could hang out.
God damn. So wait, hold on. Let's get this straight. You were working as a janitor.
it wasn't me.
As
Yeah, it was you.
Stop.
It's too
Stop.
late now.
Deny. It's too late. Stop it. Admit to your faults. Okay.
It's not even a fault. You tried to get away with it.
Yeah, you tried to get away with it. You're lucky you got off scot-free. You didn't get any, you didn't get arrested. They didn't press charges. It's too late now. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, the
How long
statute of
ago was
limitations.
it? How long ago was it?
Okay, you guys wanted you guys. If you guys don't want to be serious, I'm not going to continue the conversation.
Oh, we don't want
I
to be
was talking
serious.
about a person that I knew.
I don't
Yeah,
care.
okay,
I
okay.
don't care. You
So,
fumbled.
yeah, you fumbled the bag there. But Adam,
Okay,
you know
I
what's funny?
replaced the word he with we, but anyways.
No, you didn't. You said I called me. You did it multiple
Yeah.
times. So Adam, I have a question for you.
Sure.
Why don't? Because you put a lot of energy, and I find it hilarious. But you put so much energy in scams. You ever thought of putting energy in just a legitimate thing? If you put the same amount of energy in a legitimate thing, you'd probably get farther ahead in the scams.
Yeah, what is something you're passionate about? You're
We
passionate
talked
about
about
sports.
it before.
You're passionate
Driving.
about sports.
I used to be an Uber driver.
No, but you like sports, right? You like hockey?
Yeah, I like sports.
What's something you could do with hockey? Like maybe trading card games, maybe
What?
reselling hockey cards?
No, you can never do it. It's too much work.
Yeah.
It has to be something less. It has to be something very direct. It has to be something like
You have to be able to finance an operation where you're buying cards.
No, it's too. It has
Exactly,
to be.
it
It has
doesn't
to be
work.
very much. I go to work, I get paid. It can't be business oriented.
You
Starting.
could drive a Zamboni.
No, you can't drive a Zamboni.
Yeah, those things. But
No, those are. There's no mistakes on those. Those are precise, or else you're not cleaning it. You're fucking everything up. You can't do anything like that. I literally, what Adam has to do is he has to go somewhere where he sits there and he gets paid. So the best thing for him is not even a gas station. It's the front desk at buildings, the security.
yeah.
That's his job. He sits there. He's like, people come in. They go, "Excuse me, do you know where XYZ is?" He's like, "Yes, ma'am, I do. That's on the third floor." Oof, that was tough. I'm taking my break.
That's that's crazy. Imagine like you go to like security school and you're like, I'm gonna secure the shit out of this place.
I don't think anybody thinks that in security school.
No. I feel like that's I was gonna do it. My mother was pushing me to go become a security guard. She's like, because like for the long, like I dropped out of school and everything, and I was like, I don't like this and everything. I just go become a security guard. You're gonna get paid $18 an hour.
I hate that.
I got news
She
for
is
you.
funny though. She's like, I know the heights you can reach. You fucking oaf.
And I'm like, I am not doing that.
If you do what's called in French transport de valeur, you know, like people that are taking money from banks and all that, Garda, you make
Like
$25 an hour.
Those are usually retired cops, though.
I don't know. I got a crazy story to share. It's true. I have no reason to make up any bullshit. I was 25.
As a matter of fact, it looks like you have
and there was
many
a
reasons
placement
to make.
agency that actually was looking. This company was looking for a person to do that.
To do what?
Transport, you know, valuables.
Oh,
Yes,
and then they
carry
met
guns,
you?
obviously. And I would have. I think it was just a little bit. The posting had just closed or something. They didn't have time to do a background check on me. I would have.
Right, it
gotten the
just
job.
closed.
Yeah.
Let's get back to this. You scamming this landlord.
Yeah, that
out of
is
money.
You guys got
Because that's crazy. We just skimmed over that. We changed topics, but like that's,
Honestly, we don't have to go through it because it's just. It doesn't surprise me. What surprised me about Adam is the reasons he gives for stuff is so funny. He's like, you know, when you're in a jam, it's like, but you're gonna get. What happens is if you do one scam to support another one, it works first
yeah.
level, and then you have to keeping up another scam on you, and then the scams get so many that one falls and the whole pyramid falls.
Yep.
It's
the house of cards, my
the house of cards all comes down. That's the hard thing. That's why it's always more beneficial to avoid the scam when you can and just be honest, so that you don't have to go through the terror 2 months later.
That's
Like this guy here that we're talking about. In the beginning, he was probably like, "Oh, this is amazing! I just made an extra $2,000
Yeah,
this month."
exactly.
And then a few months later, when he realized, he's like, "Fuck! What am I gonna do when they figure it out? They're gonna ask him for money. He's gonna come ask me for money." But also, his reasoning kind of bothers me. The fact that he told the guy, like, "Yeah, my bad. Can you not tell on me?" He's like, "What's the
that's
big deal? You're
crazy.
just gonna get thrown out. What's the big deal? You're just gonna get thrown out, even though you paid your money."
That's crazy. That's scumbaggery.
Yeah, that's insane. I was actually very upset when I heard that this morning.
You know, when
I got
I've been
an-
hold on, when I've been like, you know, I've had like my rough moments where I've been really down. The only thing keeping me from doing like crazy weird shit like that is the fact that like, but if I start, it's never gonna end. If I start now, it's never gonna end, and then I'm gonna end up getting in trouble because I'm gonna be tired. I won't pay attention to detail. That's what's kept me straight, as they say.
Pantelis,
Well, I mean, you haven't been straight in years.
I've got a question for you. This guy who the building claims, who got robbed by the guy who worked in the building, do you know him?
No.
Oh, because
Yeah.
I'm just going to give you a simple example as to the idea of using reasoning skills. My father owned a company when I was working in one of the warehouses. You go and just work with me. You go to the hardware store. You buy something. You buy office supplies. You get a receipt so that in the case of my father, he can deduct it from his taxes. It's a business expense. If a guy who's renting an apartment, whatever you want to call it, a student, if a guy who's renting in this building pays cash, doesn't ask for a receipt, that is just the weirdest mental state.
Well, just so you know,
not to be offensive, but
no, not to be offensive. Just so you know, basically what happened is the way you get the rent here is like they send you. It's kind of like they give you the receipt beforehand. They go, "This is what you owe this month, right?" And they email it to you, and then you got to go give them the rent. Okay, so he has that. The thing is, he had no proof of payment because like I give everything a check. So if they tell me tomorrow you didn't pay your rent, it's like, yeah, I
here's
have
the
the
check.
check.
Of course.
I paid every fucking rent. It's dated, all that. Whereas him, because he was giving cash, and every month they weren't telling him. He was just getting, hey, you don't owe us like back rent. They were just saying every month. The new month comes, like, oh, you owe us 2 Gs, you owe us 2 Gs, you owe us 2 Gs. So in his head, he never thought there was a problem. He's like, okay, they're getting, it's all getting
That's
paid.
even more ridiculous. I would have said, you now owe
How
us
is that
your
more
second
ridiculous?
month, your third month, your fourth month.
But that's what we're saying. That didn't happen. It was restarting every month because the guy sending him the invoice is the guy pocketing the money.
Oh,
If you're robbing
how-
someone,
Okay,
you're not
I
going to
didn't
tell
realize.
them I'm robbing you.
right. No, I get it. I get it.
Also, if he was paying cash, because you talked about like expensing the rent, right, with the government.
Exactly.
Newsflash: if he was paying cash, it's because there was something shady, as well. You know what I mean? In order for somebody, like, there's no other reason for me to
Yeah.
think for you to pay cash, like, because cash.
No,
means,
no, don't say that.
If you're a
Hold-
private
hold on, hold on.
tenant,
That's a weird government
But wait.
white person
No, no, but
shit. Cash is king. Cash is awesome. Don't say that.
No, cash is king.
Because they're trying to get rid of cash for what you just. Their argument is what you're saying, and paying stuff in cash is not sketchy. The only valid form of money even though it's all fiat currency, is cash. The rest is credit. The rest is all more fake than cash is, okay?
Yeah.
Cash is the only real currency. So when you go to a dépanneur anywhere and they tell you we don't accept cash, the only thing that they're legally obliged to accept is cash, because that's the only legal tender that we have in this country.
That makes zero
so
sense
no,
if someone
that's
says that.
I hate it. Don't use that, because that's what they use to try to get rid of cash and go to that stupid digital global currency.
Yeah, I get
no.
it.
Cash is, bro. If right now, let's say I have $10,000 on me and I want to spend 5 here, 5, I'm alive. It's fucking cash, bro. I'll do whatever the fuck. It's actual money. I work for
you're
it.
right.
And I have a question for you, Pantelis. Does this building have any private tenant, like private people? It's all businesses, right?
What does that mean, bro? What do you mean private? This is a private business. It's not a public business.
A person who's living here versus a business.
You can't live here, bro. And if you want to, it's your business. You can live here. It's not a.
I'll
It's
say it
actually
differently.
illegal. If you rent out,
Thank
if you
you.
lease out a place like an office space,
Exactly. It's
and then
commercial.
let's
To
say
live in
it's-
it?
Right.
and if you live in it, they can throw you out.
Yeah, but why would you live in it? What is he
please-
talking about?
Please work
Well,
with me.
that's his scams. That
No,
he's trying to rent the
guys,
office for like $300-400.
I need you to work with me.
Yeah.
A private apartment. Fine. An apartment building where individuals live is one type of living place that rents out, building that rents out spaces.
Thank you, Captain
and
Obvious.
businesses like our building are different. Hence, a business, if a tenant living in an apartment building pays their rent in cash, who cares? It's not a business, it's a person. These are only businesses, so it sounds pretty foolish why you would not want to insist on getting a receipt that you paid your rent. in
Okay,
cash.
again, you're not understanding me. So the way we get her.
Yes,
The
you-
receipts are he has receipts. The problem is he has no proof of payment. So the receipt is
He does it the opposite way.
yeah, the sheet. This is the amount due, and normally when the next month comes, there's no like you don't owe anything else, because like, that was the amount due. It was paid, so now you just owe the new amount. The other guy that was sending him, because the guy who sends you the receipts is the building manager. He's the one that was stealing the money, so he just kept resetting it. What he was sending the guy, so the guy had basically fake receipts, let's say, but the head office is waiting for their money.
Yeah, it makes sense.
They work in dollars. So they're like, bro, there's 16 G's here that never came through. What happened? And the guy's like, ooh, yeah, we'll send him a letter, you know? So they send him a letter. And the guy's like, what are you sending me a letter for kicking me out, bro? I paid you.
If he was smart, you know what he would have done? He would have rented out that space, created like falsified papers or whatever. He would have shown it as an empty local, and then he would have been pocketing the cash. And
Who
then
was smart?
if he was a
manager?
bit smarter, yeah. And then it would have showed up as an empty local. It's like, I can't rent it out.
Oh, yeah, but
You know what I mean?
No, they would have, no, because other people work
Eventually,
here
it
too.
would have taken, longer.
No,
I
the
think it would've
guy,
taken longer.
what they should have done is the guy who has it, he should have been like, look, he should have sent back all the receipts. And not even say cash or whatever. Be like, look, here's my stuff. You see, you never asked me for extra money any month because it was paid. You guys figure this out internally. Get the fuck out of it. I would have went crazy. If I get a letter that says I haven't paid my rent in a year, I'd go fucking nuts. Me if I've paid my
Oh,
rent.
yeah. That's insane. That's crazy.
well,
That's,
guys, I'm not here to advise building management what to do, but if I was in
thank
charge,
God. Thank God.
here's your check. Here's your receipt with your check number. Everybody's happy. They want to use a different system. Look what happened.
He doesn't get it.
He does,
I
it's
don't think,
okay.
I don't think he gets it.
And so there's a reason why you've been arrested numerous times.
You know what I found out about it? Sorry. Trans vaginas.
Oh my God!
So
what?
men converting to women, when they do the full conversion.
Converting it's a religion. Yeah, go on.
Yeah. When they turn into, when they change sexes, whatever, and they use their penis as a vagina, they turn it into a vagina.
Right.
I found out that if they don't constantly penetrate their makeshift vagina, eventually over time it'll close like a piercing.
Okay, look, bro, we don't need to hear this.
That's insane, bro.
It's horrible. You're making me feel weird. Look,
This is not the right kind of show for this.
yeah, the only thing I hope is that they fucking warn you, because I don't want, like, imagine you don't know that.
Apparently they don't. Apparently there's a lot of like people that transit. That's the word I was
And they
looking for.
don't warn them about the.
They don't warn them about any of these things. There was a guy I watched.
Then
an
you're
interview.
you're a bad doctor.
100%. There was a guy I saw an interview. He goes, dude, it got so bad. And like he tried to transition to a woman, but it never worked out. His testosterone was too much. He still grows facial hair.
Too much of a dude.
And no, I think it was a woman that turned into a man or something. Yeah, it was a woman that turned into a man. And the way they made her or his penis, like he or she gets hair that grows on the inside.
Okay, just stop, bro.
And he or she gets
Painful?
infections. Pus is always leaking. Like, it's insane.
of course. I know. It's not. I don't know what this push is to make it seem like it's easy and it's normal and that everybody should do it. It is very rare the cases that you would need to do that. Like actual trans that need surgeries, like real trans people, not fad. It's what 0.3% of the.
It's so minute.
It's very small.
It's so small.
So when you
man.
make it a fad and everyone that wants to do it, this is going to end up happening. But anyways,
what worries me is that
you have to make your own decisions as an adult. Hopefully, you're well versed and you understand the risks. But I've seen the videos too of people regretting it, and I have a friend who transitioned and then detransitioned, and is writing a book right now. It's gonna come on the podcast when the book is done about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you know how they're trying to push this onto kids and stuff,
Which is fucking crazy. I agree with the parents. Like, leave kids alone,
honestly,
bro.
that's
Talk to
criminal.
adults.
That's criminal. That's child abuse. In my opinion.
Yeah. But I don't think anywhere in the modern world you can cut a kid's dick off right now. I think they're trying to do weird shit with
they're trying to push
testosterone,
for it.
but I don't think that's ever gonna fly.
I saw
like
a video.
someone might go into like a dad, if there's an 8-year-old getting his dick cut off, might walk into a hospital and kill everyone.
Yeah, I personally would, and I would gladly plead guilty. There was a video, man. I saw like a few weeks ago. There was a kid tied to a bed, and they were like injecting him with like hormones and stuff. And apparently, it was like the mom, and she was like, "It's okay, honey, it's okay." And the kid was
but you might get
crying.
some fake videos too online. People try to. That's the problem with the cults.
I thought about that
Everyone's
too.
trying to get you to fight someone else, so they put shit that'll enrage you, because that'll enrage anyone.
I have an interesting question. It's been on the news, I know, a lot. This thing about the U.S. wanting to shut down TikTok, or is there any news on that?
Yeah, it's almost passing. They're close.
TikTok is the Trojan horse. It's about something else.
Yeah, it's 100% about something else. The reasoning, the why people are pissed about this, Mr. Adam,
Yes.
is because it's not the real issue. They just don't want. They're basically they're doing what Trudeau did with the Online Harms Act.
Yeah.
On the surface, it looks like we have to stop these Chinese. You know, they're trying to take our data. All these fucking people are taking the data. All these companies are taking data. You right, percent?
TikTok is a Chinese
I
company?
forgot to put it on silent.
TikTok is a Chinese company. Is that the question?
Yes.
100%.
Oh, I wasn't aware. Okay.
It's a 100% Chinese company, so they're trying to make it seem like it's because they're foreign. They're trying to take, but they're all. Can you sit normally, bro? Because I'm trying to frame.
Sorry,
it.
yeah, sorry.
They're all taking your data. It doesn't matter whether Chinese or American. So clearly, the data thing is bullshit. They just want to have control over the internet.
Yeah.
They're tired of people fucking leaking shit,
I think it was
spreading information.
Kellogg's got rattled. I
Any
think.
reason? I mean, this company's been around, what, a year, 2 years? Now they're thinking about it? Now they're...
I hate Adam. It's so stupid.
It's been around for a little
couple
while.
of
longer.
years, yes.
It's been around since before the pandemic.
Okay, fine. 4.
I think like
Sorry.
2016.
My
But it was
point
called
is...
something else.
Why
Yeah,
is
it's called. It was called Musically. It's been around
Yeah.
for almost a decade.
Fine. Okay.
Then they changed it to
But what's your point?
I was wondering why it takes them that long to finally make a decision. After 7 years of operation, they see what's going on, and now they're all of a sudden they want to.
Yeah,
develop
because it
principles.
wasn't always going on. So let me ask you a question.
Yes.
How old are you?
45.
Okay. When did you get trampled by the police and they started the whole thing? How old were you?
4 years ago? I don't know.
4 years ago.
41.
Okay. So why did it take the police over 30 years?
I get it.
Exactly. It's when it happens. It happens when it happens. When you do just enough bad shit that they catch you. But anyways, even though they're right about TikTok having a lot of power and also 100% spewing propaganda and trying to win the culture war and destroy the U.S. from the inside, they're all doing it. So is Facebook. So is Instagram is destroying women, bro. Instagram's fucking with chicks' heads.
Yeah.
So the logic is incorrect. Whoever wants to cut down on TikTok better cut down on all the other companies.
No, they just want to have control. They want to be able to. So one of the things they want to do is they want to be able to blame a social media company for stuff that people post. So, for example, they want to make them producers. So let's say you go on Twitter right now and you say, "Let's kill all Greek people." Okay, Twitter right now will probably suspend you because that tweet
Exactly.
forbid and tell you no, but they're not responsible for your tweet, as they shouldn't be. They shouldn't be responsible for something you did. You should be responsible for your own actions. What they want to make it is that you can't even post that, because if you do, they're going to get in trouble as if they posted it. It's to limit free speech. So then everything is blocked because they're scared to allow you to say anything. Because so you're going to have less of those investigative journalists coming out because they go, oh, it's a hit piece. We're going to blame the actual platform. So let's say, for example, James O'Keefe. Remember all the insider shit that he got?
Yeah.
FBI and all that stuff that he was looking into. Pfizer, the vaccines.
Yeah.
We found out that they were useless. They knew it from the inside. So you can't post that on Twitter or on social medias because then they're going to be directly responsible. They're going to be liable.
Oh, that's sneaky.
Yeah. They want them to be producers. So they're basically trying to eliminate free speech so that there's less information that comes out that hasn't been approved.
Oh, that's really sneaky.
Yeah, because right now you have like if I say something on Twitter that's bad, I'll get suspended or I'll get a strike or whatever
But
the
is
fuck.
Twitter going to get in trouble?
No, because I said it.
Yeah.
But what they want to do is they want to make it so that these companies are in trouble for what people say on them, which is insane.
I guess lawmakers
It's
are the
itchy.
ones that are responsible for that, right? Like, it's people in Congress. It's people that are in the government that decide, right? I don't know if like laws can just get changed. I was wondering, like, who
I
makes?
don't know
these
what the question is.
What are the criteria governing how that will be changed? You just said it a moment ago. Twitter will not be responsible. They want to make it. Who is they?
The government. They're trying to pass it through Congress. They're trying. That's who makes the laws, bro. It's the government, and they're trying to make it so that they're basically publishers. Like you're part of it. So if I tweet something on Twitter, let's say Poseidon tweets something on Twitter, it's as if he's partnered with Twitter.
Yeah. Which
So
is
whatever
insane.
he says, Twitter's also responsible for,
Okay.
which is insane. And then, but it's the fucking media's fault, bro. They're so tired of being irrelevant.
Well,
They're tired of news breaking
if the people
on
in the government
platforms.
had a brain, they'd say no way.
What do you
That
mean?
doesn't make sense. You just Poseidon just said a few moments ago that's sneaky.
Okay,
right?
so you're a good representation of the majority of human beings. This is why we're in the position that we're in. The government loves this fucking idea. You can no longer talk shit about the government. Right now, if the government does something wrong, you can tweet about it. You can live stream it. You can show that they did something wrong. If you can't do
if
that
they make
anymore,
this decision, then
it's
they, you know-
amazing for the government. The only people that are allowed to talk about anything serious would be the news that is already bought and paid for. So then the only narrative that'll come out is the official narrative the government wants you to know. So in other words,
Right.
if there's no alternative
We'd be
news
getting
source,
the Ministry of Truth in real life.
yeah. So in other words, let's say right now we change reality and we weren't allowed to have alternative social news. That means that right now people would still believe that Iraq had weapons of mass destruction. We'd get 9/11, nothing. Building 7 never collapsed. We'd have all this fake news flowing around that they would consider real, and if you deviate from it, you'd be heretic.
Yeah.
You need alternative. You need people to be able to invest. You need people to have freedom of speech to question things and talk about stuff.
True.
The second you destroy freedom of speech, bro, there's no more free countries.
Let me just say one more thing. I'll give you an example. I was looking at, you have, for example, the Civil Liberties Union, right, in the States. Aren't there groups of people that will like, no fucking way, you guys can't do this?
That's what's happening. We're one of those groups. We're literally talking about it right now.
Okay, all right. Fair enough.
You're hilarious. We have a top 5.5 this week.
What?
We haven't had one for the past 2 weeks because Adam can't get his shit together. He doesn't do anything, and he doesn't do anything in his days. He sits around and rents cars, and then he comes up to me and asks me, "Did you prepare a 5.5?" Go fuck yourself.
All right, let's do this. This week's top 5.5 goriest movies. Number 5, Django Unchained.
Yeah. Move to the beat. Move to the beat. Yeah. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Put them up. Put them up. Yeah. Adam.
Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Adam, Adam, let me see that dancing and I'll actually get him in. Get him
Yeah,
into
let's
it. Get him
go,
into
let's
it.
go.
Adam, let's do it.
Yeah. Put
Come
your
on.
hands up. Yeah.
Shake
your
it.
hands. Yeah.
Shake it.
Bop your head.
Shake it. Shake it. Shake
Bop
it.
your head.
Adam. It's like he's skiing.
Do a move.
Yeah.
Do a move.
Yeah, cross country. Do the skis. Yeah. Adam. Yeah.
Do a move. Come on. Put your hands up. Put them up higher.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah.
What? Wow. All right, let's.
That was amazing.
Django Unchained. Let's hear about it.
Django Unchained. I've watched it twice, and I feel like it's a movie you have to watch multiple times to really appreciate how good it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's one of those movies where when you watch it, like a second time, you either remember or you realize other stuff. And you're like, this is a really good movie.
Do you know the movie?
No, actually, I don't.
That's interesting.
He's pro-slavery. That's why he's never watched
Well,
it.
the reason why Poseidon watched it twice is because at the end, the slave's free. He's like, no, we're going back to reality I could enjoy. We'll restart from the
I
beginning.
was taking notes.
Yeah, and he just he paused in the middle. He's like, as far as I'm concerned, slavery's still a thing. I don't want to watch till the end.
Have you guys watched the movie Planet of the Apes? That's a great one. Speaking of slavery.
Wait.
What the fuck?
Do you guys
Why'd you make that
What
leap
the
just now?
fuck?
Slavery. There's a move. There's where monkeys are enslaving humans, and there's another version where humans are enslaving monkeys. That's all.
Okay.
Okay, I went on a tangent. I admit, but
That is the weirdest.
That's a fucking stretch, Guillaume.
Yeah. By the way, as little side note, I actually saw the video that he did 100% on purpose.
Yeah, dude, what are the odds?
I saw
There's
it.
1,000 trees.
I saw it, and I'm because at first they had just a screenshot. I'm like, I can't see it. Then I looked up the
Preach
video.
sent me the video.
I looked up the video, and I'm like, oh, he did that on purpose.
Yeah, Preach sent me the video, and then he told me because there's an expression in Quebec called travailler comme une.
Yeah.
So he goes and he's trying to say j'ai du gros. Preach explained the saying, and as soon as he explained the saying, when I saw it, I go, okay, I get what the guy's saying. But I'll tell you, you know what
But
happened?
even without the saying, you watch that, and it's like, oh, he 100% did that on purpose.
But
He
I
thought he
don't
was
get.
being
But without
funny.
the saying, nothing. He's just hugging the trees like I got a lot of work to do. I don't get that, unless there's a expression I don't understand. Because he's hugging a tree, goes, I got a lot of work to do. So what does it matter what's written on the tree?
I think what he's trying to say is like he's working for free, maybe, or like not a lot of money.
But that's why Preach told me that's what he was trying to refer to. Like me, if I didn't know, if Preach didn't tell me that there's a saying and all that, I wouldn't have got it. It's just a weird guy who found graffiti.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I think happened. He's walking in the forest. He sees that. And he's like, oh, I'm gonna make a funny video. They're gonna fucking love this.
Yeah.
And then he does the video. People are like, what the fuck, you old retard? And then he panics. So he does the other video where he's like, do you see his apology?
No.
He's like, look, man, I swear to God, I didn't even see that writing there. This is a random thing. I would have never said anything like that. This is a coincidence. Bro, people are like, come on, bro. You think we're all retarded? You think we're all that stupid?
You know what he should have done?
Try to get him on the French cast so we could tell him.
Yeah.
We could be
Actually,
like, bro,
that's
what
a
are you
good idea.
doing?
I'll
Yeah.
message him.
No one else is accepting him. He just got fired from TV.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? Yeah, he might get redeemed on the French cast.
He's not going to get redeemed. We're going to ram right. I'm going to invite Preach as a co-host.
why did he get fired?
Hold on, we'll get to that in a second.
He pulled one of your Planet of the Apes jokes.
So the thing is, we all think like something might be funny, but it falls kind of weird, right?
Yeah.
We've all been in that boat.
I do it all the time.
Exactly. We get it. We get it. I think what really screwed him over
Is
was
the video,
the apology. Because he should have come out with the video saying,
I thought it was funny. I'm not a guy for edgy humor, I guess. I'm sorry I tried.
I'm gonna be honest. If it was funny in my head, I didn't mean to hurt anyone's feelings.
That was just a bonus.
I apologize. If he really wanted to apologize, like I thought it was funny.
That's what I would have said. Yeah, I'm
That's
with
it.
you.
I would have even stitched the original video. I would have been like, look, that's it. I apologize if you were hurt by this. To me, it was funny. My intention was to make people laugh.
But it wasn't. He's not a comic. His intention.
Exactly.
He thought they were gonna be like, he's so smart, and they're like, dude, what are you doing? You're an old retard.
Yeah.
And then they showed me at the club yesterday. They showed me the video of him interrupting. What's her name? Veronique Cloutier at an award show. He just interrupts. He wasn't even supposed to be there. He takes the mic and he starts rambling, bro, saying nonsense. Or influencers, and we need to influence Quebecers, and just say stupid shit. And people are like, what are you, bro? You've lost your goddamn mind.
God damn. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll message him. Actually, that's a good idea. I'll message him.
Yeah, but that's what I think happened is that he thought it was gonna be funny, but where he lost everyone is because he lied, and people are like, stop lying. We're not retarded.
That's
bro.
100% where he lost everything.
Just say it was
100%.
in my head. I honestly thought you guys would find it funny
Yeah.
because I'm sure he thought people were gonna laugh. Like they're gonna think I'm a fucking comedy dude.
And maybe some people did laugh. You know what I mean? But
I laughed.
there were more people that were mad.
So what happened? So you understand?
Yeah.
There was a famous actor here. He made a video over the weekend on Instagram. He basically found a tree that had the N-word written on it, and he hugged the tree. And there's a saying here that says "working like an N-word, working as hard as an N-word." That's what Preach told me.
Very derogatory thing to say.
Exactly. So he said, "I got a lot of work to do. I'm very tired." And he hugged the tree and he showed the N-word. He's like, a lot of work to do. And he's smacking it. He was just trying to use the expression, right? then people are like, dude, why are you fucking using that expression? It's 2024.
Yeah, you should not.
So he panicked and he made a video apologizing, but claiming that he didn't even know. He's like, I didn't even know the word was there, which is so stupid.
Yeah.
So that's what made people even more mad, and then he lost his job. But anyways, the thing that's unfair about this whole thing is that he's getting in trouble for taking a video with that word on the tree, but no one does anything to me, and I'm the one who wrote that word on that tree.
Say that last part again. He's getting...
Just forget it, Adam.
It's okay. You're
The
too
jokes
slow.
go over your head.
So going because we went off on riff
Preach
raff.
goes to me. He goes, did you see the word? And I go, did I see it? But I'm the one who fucking wrote it. he was dying.
Going back to Django Unchained because we went off on a tangent.
A
there.
weird tangent, I gotta say, Adam. That was.
Alright,
Yeah,
alright.
you know what set it off? It was your Planet of the Apes comment. That was.
By the way,
racist.
I did not expect that. Like, you know, you
neither.
expect where he's going sometimes. You
Yeah,
could
yeah.
see him, like it's very clear. That was out of fucking left field.
He went full racist. Never go full racist.
Adam, you know what? Do your thing, girl.
We should be saying that to the other guy. So Django Unchained, even though a fantastic movie, I consider it to be one of the goriest movies ever made. Like the blood splatter in this movie is to extreme levels.
I can't remember how gory it is because the problem is I don't find when they're action movies,
Yeah.
I don't notice the gore as much as I do when it's like a drama or because I don't feel as bad.
I get it, but Django Unchained, it's like somebody
believe it, though.
turned on a hose.
Yeah, because that's Tarantino.
There's a lot of blood in a human body, but like not like if you get cut, it won't spray out like a hose. Like if you get your throat sliced, it's gonna leak, right?
Look,
It may
bro,
go, you
I'm
know?
not taking any advice from you.
But it's not gonna go.
You're not
shoot
an
out.
expert, so I don't know. All right.
I'm not an expert. Moving on to number 4.
I like how you said that like I'm not an expert. Like I haven't slit throats before.
Number 4.
Number 4, Hostel. By the way, you use the worst pens for this.
Yeah, I know.
Can't even see it on screen. You're lucky I'm squinting.
Oh, for real?
Oh yeah, bro.
Yeah, I can't see it either. Hostel.
I
I
remember
watched this.
Hostel.
For some reason, I watched this as a teenager.
For some reason, I'll give you the reason, dipshit, because that's when it came out.
Yeah, but I think I watched it with somebody else or something. I don't remember.
What does that have to do with anything? The reason why you watch as a teenager is because that's when it came out.
Yeah, I guess. But dude, it was like it is such a gory movie.
It was the Achilles heel thing.
I think my mind blocked that out.
They basically slid in the back, the ankles. So
they can't walk.
no, the second he walked forward, it snapped and he fell down.
I think I remember that. Oh,
That was one of the first fucked up like violent movies.
yeah. I remember when he woke up and the dude's like chopping body parts and he's like throwing away body parts. I was like, damn, that's crazy. Like that's the image I have in my head of that movie.
Do you know because of that, I've never even come close to staying in a hostel.
Me too.
And when I did the Euro trip with somebody brought, oh, you guys, this cheap, you can stay in a hostel. I said, are you fucking insane? I saw the documentary. I'm never staying in a fucking hostel.
So I did stand up for like a couple months. I was trying it out and shit. And when I would go to the Sunday show at that Amber has,
At the hostel?
Yeah, at the hostel, I would get very uneasy. Very uneasy.
Well, it's a different, it's almost a hotel, that one. It's not like
Yeah,
a,
but still, you say
They
hostel.
just call it a hostel.
I get it, but you say hostel, I'm on edge.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
on edge automatically. Like I had to take shits and like I had my foot on the door. Like I was like worried. I was like, damn, bro, anybody comes in here, I'm taking a shit on them. I don't know what I'm doing. To defend myself, not sexually.
Adam, have you ever stayed in a hostel or taken a shit on your enemies?
The first part of the question, yes.
You stayed in a hostel? Where?
Vancouver.
How was it?
Worst place.
Not bad. I think you have a choice if you have one where there's like 4 people staying in the same room, when there's 2, when there's one when you were there alone. I think I stayed in one with, was it 4 people? Yeah.
Were you viciously attacked?
No. People, I didn't have a problem.
First of all, just the concept of a hostel without having watched the movie, to me is preposterous. How am I gonna pay to sleep with other people?
Yeah, that always messes with me too. The fact
Like-
that it's like you're not getting your own spot.
And
You
like
know-
you're saving $20 a night.
You know
like
the
it's not
expression
a
in life,
crazy.
you get what you pay for? You want to
Yeah.
pay a lot more money and be in a room alone? That's your
Oh, yeah,
prerogative.
I
You want
remember
to save
this.
money? it'll be less comfortable. That's
So
my logic.
what Hostel? Have you watched the movie Hostel?
No.
Do you remember when
Essentially, what it was about is it's rich people that pay money to get people kidnapped from hostels, and then
Oh,
they
shit.
torture them. They pay money to torture them, to steal organs if they need them. Look at that, cut out their fingernails, their toenails.
Yeah. And it's like a gang. It's like the Bloodhounds or something. Like it's a bloodhound.
It's like a cult almost.
It's a cult, yeah, and they have a tattoo, I think, and they have actual bloodhounds, you know, because they were chasing them at some point. Yeah, check this out. Yeah, it was a
This is
couple,
how movies
basically.
were in like the early 2000s. They all had this kind of vibe,
Yeah, it's true.
that weird like grunge
Oh,
aesthetic.
it's Quentin Tarantino,
No, it's not a Tarantino movie.
but it's
Eli
Quentin
Roth.
Tarantino presents.
Yeah, he exactly produced. Yeah, he's produced a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but that movie was, that was a heavy one.
Yeah, Eli Roth became like one of the main guys to do that stuff for a while, and then he kind of fell off.
I think you ride the wave, and then you know what I mean. Let's say that's what's in the moment. You get it? And yeah.
Anyways, what's next on your list?
Would I be able to share one with you, or are that all the numbers taken?
What a fucking number 3, The Thing.
I'm talking about the original one in the 70s.
Obviously,
I've watched it like 3-4 times. It still holds up. Very good movie.
it's with Kurt Russell.
Yeah, very gory and bloody. Like, and the stuff that happens, like you like, what I like about that movie is like when the alien like takes over bodies and it morphs and everything. What I like about it is you could have never imagined in your head what happens, how it morphed, what it did to people. You know what I mean? I could have never imagined it, and I think that's what fascinates me about this movie.
What do you mean you could have never imagined it? What do you mean?
The way the alien morphs the person's body and it transforms and it kills them.
Oh, you
And-
mean
and-
the concept?
Yeah, and they turn into something else. That grotesque monster, that creature. I could imagine grotesque creatures, but not what
I could see him.
but not but not what the thing presented on screen. I could have never. It was so otherworldly and
It's
like
JC, baby, Johnny Carp.
it was so distant that to me it was like something I could have never fathomed in my head. I think that's why I like The Thing so much.
But The
and
Thing is
it's-
such a good movie.
It's such a good movie and it's so gory. Look at this. Look. Is he frozen? Oh no, he looks
Kurt Russell.
frozen. I thought it was frozen for a second.
Basically, they found an alien ship.
Yeah. And they try to burn it, but it jumps from host to host, you know, and it corrupts them. It takes over.
And you don't know in the beginning if someone is
Yeah.
infected. So then you start being wary of each other.
Yeah.
Reminds me of The Walking Dead a little bit.
Yeah, well, The Walking Dead takes stuff from other, it's a newer medium. The Thing, a lot of people took stuff from The Thing.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, Carpenter went on to start the Halloween franchise.
Yeah. So like, look, like all this, like, oof, brutal. Look at that. Like I could have never. Did you see his hands? I could have never. Like to me in my head, like you talk to me about like a horror movie and it's this thing that takes over. To me, like it morphs, but like the way it morphed, like I could have never imagined that. To me, it's like it's so messed up that like I felt even in my younger days like I could not. Now maybe I could because I've seen this and but back then I could never imagine something like that. I could never go that far. You know what I mean?
Did the film make you think about diabetes?
No.
Odd.
Is it supposed to?
Well, yeah, because it's Wilford Brimley. So, and then he became the diabetes guy. I'm Wilford Brimley, and I got diabetes.
Oh, he's the diabetes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Next on your list,
There was a commercial that he made, right? Way back when.
the one that I just described.
Sorry, a little slow today.
Just
I
today.
had to think about the name. Oh, yeah. Then it.
Number 2, Dawn of the Dead.
So, if you talk about like classic, not classic zombie movies, but like, because I feel like the zombie trope has kind of gotten overplayed and boring. But if you were to talk about a movie that did it right, it was Dawn of the Dead, in my opinion. They did it so well, and it was so realistic. Like they were in the mall and everything. Sorry.
Okay, like they were so realistic. They were in the mall and everything. Because in real life, everyone's in a mall.
No, but like, cause, like I don't know. To me, and like the ending was fantastic. Like I don't know, it was so good, and it was so gory. It was so gory
For the
dude.
time, too.
For the time too. Like even zombie movies now or zombie shows can't come close to the gore of Dawn of the Dead, in my opinion.
The original you're talking about in the 70s.
No, I'm talking about not the one in the 70s. The one in, was it early 2000s?
Oh, so you're not talking about the real Dawn of the Dead because you spent the entire few
No, but
minutes
Dawn of
talking
the
about
Dead-
Dawn of the Dead.
Is it? Are they trapped in the mall in this one too?
I think in the second one they're in the mall.
No, but this one's not that gory. I'm talking about Goriest Movies. So I'm talking about the other one.
You're talking about a remake.
Oh, it was a remake. I didn't even know this existed.
You didn't know that Dawn of the Dead was a real movie?
No, I knew. I thought the one made in. I thought the remake was the original, basically.
No.
Really?
Huh.
Oh, but this one's not that gory. I'm talking about the one in like the early 2000s. That was like crazy. That's not gory at all. It was like crazy.
Well, you're also
gory.
watching a trailer.
So is this the original or the remake?
This is
That's the original.
Dawn of the Dead. Then there's Day of the Dead.
Yeah, I'm talking about. You know which one I'm talking about? Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen them all. But I used to be big on Romero.
No.
But the original ones were better. Because what happened is in those movies in the 2000s, Adam, everyone was just trying to. It was just explosions, guts everywhere. There was no substance. It was just like who's gonna be the craziest, you know. So all the movies, whether they were about zombies, vampires, murders, they all started to look and feel the same.
Yeah.
Same thing happened with Saw.
Yeah. But I was a teenager, so I enjoyed the remake a lot. Like I loved it.
But yeah, there's still a good movie. Like it's still a good horror movie, just fucking around.
Yeah.
I like zombie movies where you have to manage your resources. That's why I like Resident Evil.
You know what I think is underrated? And it didn't get enough credit? World War Z.
Nah, it was very shit.
It was shit. Here's the thing. The idea is amazing in my
Yeah,
opinion.
the book is amazing.
But the execution was very poor.
Yeah,
But I liked it. I like the whole universe.
because you like you like the idea behind it. You'd like the book.
I think I have the book. I just have to read it.
Yeah, that's how books work. That's the problem with them. They come with that caveat.
So, all right, moving on to the next one. So
Next
this one, I was
one.
actually torn between two of them, but I went with a more popular option. What was so
I'm
funny?
laughing because
He knows the future. Let me see. Number 1, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Ha 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 ha! Such a funny choice.
I don't understand what was so funny about that.
The man's a lunatic.
So the reason I was torn between two choices is because do you remember Jeepers Creepers?
Oh, I do remember Jeepers Creepers.
But it
Do you
wasn't.
remember Jeepers Creepers?
No.
It wasn't as popular as the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I think I know why.
Well, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, again, I guarantee you're probably talking about the remake.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus Christ, bro.
But that's what I was exposed to.
You uncultured swine.
That's
but,
what I was exposed
But if you were
to.
exposed to it, right?
Yeah.
You like, who is not aware that what they're watching is a remake?
I was a kid, bro.
But now you're an adult. You looked into the movies that you're going to put on the list? Like, it's stuff that you like, right? So
Yeah,
you
but
never...
I googled goriest movies, so the older versions aren't as gory as the new ones.
I know,
I'm
but you
guessing.
never... like, these... So you didn't know that there was an original...
No,
God damn.
I had no idea.
Yeah, they're all based on something crazier.
Yeah, because when I was a kid, I was exposed to this one, so I went my whole life thinking that's the original. You know how like Gen Zers, like they don't know what dial-up internet is, or like a Walkman or whatever.
No, this is different because it's a remake of a movie. It's not like a different technology.
Yeah, but it's not presented as a remake. So when you watch it, here's the thing: when you watch it for the first time, to me, in my head, like I'm a teenager, I'm just seeing a movie for the first time. Nobody told me it was. If nobody tells me it's a remake, I can never know it's a remake.
Dun, dun.
Do you know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. I'm looking at if they made sequels.
This is the original.
Yeah, this is a classic. It's like that's why I'm also
In the
saying
70s.
It's because they're actual classic movies.
I didn't even know that.
Let's say Halloween, right? They just did a reboot with Blumhouse. You know, they did a trilogy, a new trilogy. Like it's a reboot. It's called Halloween, but everyone knows it's a reboot. It's based on, you know.
Yeah, I was exposed to the originals of Halloween though.
Dun, 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 dun,
But
dun.
But yeah, I didn't even know this existed. This is the first time I'm seeing this.
Crazy.
Yeah. And so, anyways, but the remake, I guess one of the goriest movies I've ever seen in my life. Like when he wears the face of his victims, that's crazy.
It comes from the 70s, bro. They were
Yeah.
people have been nuts for years.
And that's why I think I was torn between Jeepers Creepers, because in Jeepers Creepers, like he wears, like he skins people, and he uses them as like decoration. He uses them as wallpaper basically in his cave, which is insane. But yeah, I think I went with Texas Chainsaw Massacre because it's more popular than Jeepers Creepers. Like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, like the killer. What's the killer called in Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Leatherface.
Leatherface, yeah. Leatherface is actually permeated into like pop culture, like video games. Like he was in Mortal Kombat. The character was in Mortal Kombat X, I think.
But I think
As a character?
it wasn't real. I thought it was real.
It's based on a true story. Now,
It's like mentally retarded people, right? With their like inbred families and shit.
yeah, like The Hills Have Eyes. Like the Hills Have Eyes, I think, are based on a true story as well. What?
That's funny.
It's inbred people. That's what they look like.
I know. That's why I'm laughing. It's based on a true story. Yeah, it's based on Alabama.
Sweet home Alabama.
So all these movies that you like, you never saw the originals.
No, never.
You got work to do, my friend.
But actually, this is the original. This is an original that actually looks like it holds up really well.
Well, no, now it's shifted. This is the new one.
Oh, it's the new one.
Yeah, bro. The same actor can't be the same age for 70 years.
I remember seeing this. I remember him.
But all that, you see the text, the way it's written,
Yeah.
like they went through every movie had the same fucking thing in the 2000s. Adam, are we boring you with movie talk?
Yes.
No, I'm just not all that informed.
To the mic,
learning.
Adam. To
He's
the
learning.
mic, Adam.
He's learning.
Yeah, I'm just not all that informed. Yeah.
And the half.
Oh boy.
Goriest movie. I think Adam's gonna really like this one.
Yeah, I saw it.
And the half, Adam's bird, available at a pawn shop near you.
The goriest movie of them all.
Well, let's see. I'll tell you what. I have two people. I'll let them gauge what would have been a better half than the one I was going to put at a half. Most embarrassing situations where you were attracted to somebody and that person doesn't want to have anything to do with you. We'll see which is a better half.
What?
That's
What?
Not how's
Hold
that a
on.
movie? How is that a Gore movie?
No, we're not relegated to movies.
For the half, yeah,
Thoughts?
because the half is part of the list. The
Oh, I
list
see,
was
I
the
see.
goriest movies. Are you talking about the
There's
actual
no-
list?
Okay. Listen to your logic. My birth is not a movie, okay? We're talking
No,
about a
the
separate...
movie of your birth, you fucking
Well,
dork.
you weren't clear on that.
That's the joke.
Oh, I see.
Goriest movies, Adam, brother.
This is why you almost had sex with an Italian man that pretended to be a woman and texted you.
Anyways.
So what was one of them is people that
Okay, we already had the subject which I'm about to bring up was already brought up on a previous podcast, and it was kind of funny because this was over 20 years ago. Let me just jog your memories. Do you guys remember there was a fellow student I had when I was in my first year of
you
university?
cornered
and I
her
liked
in the hallway, yes, and she panicked and
That's
called the
what
cops.
she thought I was doing, but
I'm
What
pretty
did
sure
she
that's what
thought you were
did.
doing?
do
You
we not use
legitimately
the same
cornered.
building? Do we not use the same stairs? You know?
Yeah, but you cornered her.
Yeah, but it's the same way.
and then
where
you asked her out on a forced date. That's cornering.
Did you try and pull one of those moves where you put your hand up
No,
on the wall?
no.
It's
You know
called
what, guys?
whacking off
I'll
because
tell
I'm
you what.
wacky.
Opinions from the various people that I brought up the subject to have varied. The woman gives me her phone number. She says,
Oh.
"Okay, call me." You know.
Yeah.
Would you give somebody your phone number if you don't want to be their friend? Hello.
No, never.
Thank you. So all of a sudden I thought she liked me. And all of a sudden she says, "Leave me alone before I call security." Well,
But you know why? Because in the beginning, she didn't know how damaged you were. And then you start showing your true who the fuck knows what you texted her, what you told her on the phone?
I have my own version of events. The woman was from Vancouver. She
my
had just
own version.
moved here. She obviously didn't know all that many people, and she got crept out. Well,
Crept
I
out.
would not bring that. Okay, you know, in life, there's this thing called the gray area. It could have gone back to her. Something could have happened at her end. Something could have happened at my end. We don't know.
We know.
Well, thanks for already giving me your preconceived notions.
No. I'm. You know what I'm working based off? I'm working based off you. I'm working based off what I know about you.
All right,
I'm
let me
working
introduce
based
some
on
more
who you are.
variables, please. I happened to run into the woman 3 or 4 times. Like I said, we use the same building and the same stairs. She thinks I'm following her. Well, think what you want.
Were you following her?
No, and I've said no to her following other people.
So what about the situation where you cornered her? What happened there?
Well, those are your words.
Those were your words.
Okay, but where did she freak out?
You said I cornered her to talk to her, and then she panicked. And did you grab her?
The word cornered came out of your mouth, not mine.
You grabbed her?
No.
When you initially said the story, you did say I cornered her.
Yeah.
Are you sure he didn't say
I think it's on the show. If we go to like an old episode,
yeah, you cornered her.
We can have somebody like, I don't know, Gates.
Okay,
Shout out to Gates.
does the word analogous mean anything? She may have perceived me as
you
cornering
mean
her.
Cunnilingus.
Okay, so how did you? So you? Okay, hold on. I have a question. So are you going upstairs or downstairs with her?
Down. Our class is over.
Into what?
I don't remember. She was crossing the street. You know, Concordia has 2 campuses,
hold on. You see, now you're mixing everything up. You're talking about crossing streets. You're talking about stairways.
Fine.
So you followed her. Yeah.
Our class was on like the 11th floor. You know, Concordia is a very big building. Right?
Okay.
We were walking down the stairs together, and then she had another class at on the west side of Bishop. There was another class. So she was going down the stairs, leaving the building, and crossing the street.
And you were behind her the whole way.
We had a casual conversation. Wouldn't normal people say, you're making me uncomfortable, stop following me? It was a conversation. Yes, don't mix following her around like stalking her with, yes, I'm accompanying her while she leaves the class.
Okay, but that's fucking weird.
She may not know that if she's not aware. Did you tell her, hey, let me accompany you out?
Okay, hold on. Let me introduce some crucial information.
Hold on, before you continue.
I didn't follow her all the way to where she... Okay,
regular people, look at me. Look at me. Regular people...
Yes?
They walk up until the point where they need to deviate paths because they have their own thing to do. If you continue following past your point of deviation, it gets weird.
I walked with her up until the street. She crossed the street. I went my way.
And what did you tell her when you crossed the street? I'll fucking find you.
I don't remember. This is 20 years ago. Just a cordial conversation.
But you didn't say anything.
What was the conversation?
It doesn't matter where you go. I'll find you, Cynthia. I'll find you.
But hold on, I have questions. So how did this conversation start?
Only called whacking off because I'm so wacky.
All right, fine. I will admit a little bit of guilt.
Yes.
First of all, okay? If you could read my mind, if I could read your mind, we'd be multimillionaires, okay? You don't know what I'm thinking. She doesn't know what I was thinking. Your question was, what did the conversation entail?
Yeah, and what exactly happened?
How's it going? What's it like growing up in Vancouver? Blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean?
Hold on a second.
Now, where did this conversation
Hold on a second.
start?
Yeah, hold on. So the class is over.
Yes.
She's walking. She has to get to the class.
Yes.
And then you go like, hey, how's it going? What's it like growing up in Vancouver? Do you not see the retardation?
You think I remember the exact words from a 20-year-old conversation?
You could have said, how was Vancouver? You could have said internet.
We
it's
were
all
talking
stupid.
about she went to the gym and all that. She did a whole bunch of sports. I don't know if you guys ever heard of ringette, by the way. It's a sport.
Yeah, tell me more about the ring it. Yeah, I'll ring it. I'll ring your fucking neck, whore.
That may have scared her. That may have scared her off.
So I have a question. So were you side by side with her having this conversation?
Back to back? Front to back?
Wow.
Were you side by side?
I am walking next to her. She is on the way to leaving the east side.
Two.
She's on the way to leaving the building on the east side, and crossing the street and going to the other side. I stopped accompanying her as she left the east side building with the 11 stories.
But why did she call security on you?
That was later. Okay.
Why? But what happened in that moment?
What did I say a few moments ago of not being able to read
So
minds?
that's the first
She
moment.
felt uncomfortable. I don't know the reason.
But you're mixing.
Okay, you're mixing stuff up. It's very annoying.
Yes.
Okay,
So
sorry.
that was the first conversation. Nothing happened. You had a conversation.
That's right. She gave me her phone number.
But we're not talking about that. We're talking about the moment she called fucking security on you.
Yeah.
There was another. Okay, sorry.
So what happened in that moment? We're not talking about the moment that was mellow and nothing fucking happened.
Wait. There's some information I'm missing. You'll understand shortly.
We won't.
There was another guy in the class. She called him up to say, Adam's a fucking creep. You better leave me alone. I'll call security. You let him know.
But why? Why?
I don't know. I can't read her mind.
Was this after the
Stop
first time
saying
you
that as
walked?
an excuse. I can't read your mind. This isn't about mind reading.
Was this after the first time you spoke to her?
No, the first time was fine. The second time, this was maybe the third or the fourth.
Okay, but why? What led up to that? You were going down the stairs.
Okay.
Did you at some point try to be like, let's say you're trying, you know how you're trying to ask somebody a question, you go, hey, can I ask you? But if they're leaving, you're like, I'll
Fine.
ask you another time.
I
Did
may
you try
have
to
acted
block her
inappropriately,
away?
but I don't remember. Okay? Don't you think somebody would warn you? Listen, you're making me uncomfortable.
No, they won't.
Well,
It's not up to
her version of events versus mine.
No. Look, the thing is, you're in charge of your own behavior.
Yeah. I claim I didn't do anything inappropriate.
I know.
She may have crept out by something that I didn't realize.
I get it, but what you're not understanding, what Poseidon's asking you, and what everyone's wondering.
Yes.
What did you do that you don't think was inappropriate? And then we'll tell you whether she has a point or not. But you're not telling us anything.
Okay, fine. I ran into her. Besides the stairs, I ran into her unexpectedly.
Like you threw her down?
At the mall, at Alexis Neon Mall. Okay?
Okay, when?
This is all 20 years ago. These were all the various...
you fucking... When? During the week, after a class, in the weekend, before a class?
After class.
Okay, so you followed her to the mall.
I didn't follow her anywhere. I bumped into her.
Okay.
And I think there was there was another episode where I tried to approach her and listen, I hope I didn't say anything, and then she snapped at me.
But now you're mixing scenarios up. We don't know.
This is 20 years ago.
But you don't notice what you're trying to do to us?
What I did, and it obviously didn't work. Listen carefully. The reason she got pissed off the very first time, I don't know. It was like I was falling down more and more down. I tried to rectify things. It didn't work. You just said it. She is responsible for her behavior. I'm responsible for mine.
Correct, but I feel like you're not taking responsibility.
I think she overreacted. I had no evil intentions.
How is she going to know that?
Well,
but what was the move that you made that made her feel cornered?
Weird. Yeah, that's what we're trying to find out.
Please listen carefully. I can only deduce. I've given you the events as best as I can.
I'm gonna flip a fucking table.
It's fucking annoying.
I'm gonna flip a... What was the move? What did you do? Did you...
casual conversation.
Did you walk up to her? Did you go, hey, did you get in her face like this? What did you do?
No. A casual conversation.
So you mean to tell me you just went like, hey, from a distance, and she's like, call fucking security on this guy? I don't believe it.
No, it doesn't make sense. I don't believe that.
I don't believe it.
Okay.
Maybe with me, because I don't know, I'm imposing, I'm scary. But if you just go, hey, like a fucking wet bird.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any...
Poseidon is 100 million % correct.
I would like to tell you. I may have come on too strong. Okay,
that's what we're asking. What did you do?
Let a woman know you like her should not be construed as, hey, you're a creep.
But
what did you say? How did you come on too strong is what we're asking you, and you're not telling us.
What did you do? What was the action that you did that you think is not crazy, but to her was crazy? That's what we're fucking asking you.
Okay. Because it was 20 years ago, I don't remember the details. Please. If it was last year, I'd give you as much details as I can. This 20 years ago.
So you don't remember what was the move that you did to her that came off as too strong, or what you said to her?
No. Okay.
You do clearly. It sounds like
that's what we wanted.
But it sounds like you do, but you don't want to tell us because you think we're gonna be on her side. But you could tell us. That's what this is for.
Yeah, but
let me give you a rough rendition.
Yes, please.
I remember that I was I found myself more and more on the defensive. I hope I didn't do anything appropriate. I was trying to be friendly.
You just want to do inappropriate stuff.
She didn't want to hear it. Okay.
But what was the thing that she deemed inappropriate?
That's what we're asking you.
All right.
You came. That's the problem. No, seriously.
Okay, fine. I'll try my best to use a standard logic.
Please.
If a person is
don't say if a person. Just tell me what you did.
I remember her very words. Adam, you are overstepping my boundaries.
Exactly.
Those were her
what
words.
did you say to get her to say that?
God, don't torture me. If I remembered, I would tell you.
But you keep remembering every 2 seconds.
Here. It wasn't my words. It was my behavior.
Okay, what did you do?
She claims. Now, she claims.
Stop talking.
Yes?
No, him.
Oh.
He's about to say something, you fucking block him.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just frustrated.
She claims I didn't give her space. She claims I overcrowded her and I made her uncomfortable. I am not ready to concede that I did that. Her interpretation is that I did that. Mine is different.
Because you kept finding her in different places?
Do we not use the same stairs?
Okay, do we not use the same mall on the same time? Is that what you're trying to say?
If that's the ammunition she wants to use as another way that I crept her out, well, listen, I bump into people, okay?
Yeah, but how many times?
Yeah, you guys actually have a point. You sound like you're on her side, okay?
I don't know the girl, but
I mean, you know?
I mean, I've lived like a block away from people. I haven't really bumped into them. You don't really bump into people.
Unless you want to.
Like maybe
there was
once.
Another episode. Now that I think about it, there was a second episode that I also bumped into her. I just remember she said, "Give people space. You're overcrowding me. You're overstepping my boundaries."
I like her
okay?
style.
But what did you do?
Why? If you tortured me, I won't be able to tell you. I'm giving you as best as I can my version of events. Okay? Why do you think there's this thing called interpretation
I
of
can't.
events?
I'm too frustrated.
You
I'm
do.
I
Yeah.
run into her at least 2 times, plus the times at school we follow each other. She thought this guy's a creep.
Wait, what did you just say? Plus the times we followed each other.
I follow. Excuse me.
You follow
I said
her.
that
Oh, so you
badly. I
did
said
follow
that
her.
badly.
But you did.
We walked
But you
together.
fucking did.
You
Why
just
don't
admit it.
admit
Yeah,
you
just
followed
admit
her?
it. I don't understand why you're hiding it.
Man.
Okay, you followed her, so she misread that. You
I
followed her
wasn't
because you liked her.
stalking her where
No,
I'm
no.
like a few feet. We
But you
and
followed
her are a
somebody.
foot apart from each other. You know, no offense,
But
but
following is following, though.
Good grief.
You think it's better if you follow her from a distance than if you follow her up close?
Dude, are you insane? You follow somebody.
And
If
there
somebody
was
in
another
line,
student with us. The 3 of us were walking out of school together.
do you not see how following people is weird though? If I have people, if I'm in line waiting to pay something and the person behind me is too close to me, I give them attitude.
Me too.
Do you understand following somebody? You didn't. You never asked. Hey, you mind if I walk with you or whatever? You just follow people and you think it's fine. It's fucking weird,
Because
dude.
we're in the same. Oh no. Okay.
That's weird as hell.
Maybe now that you've heard the version of events, you don't blame her the least bit, right? Why do I have a funny feeling? I know you guys
Because
don't
you
want to be
followed
mean.
her. You follow those people.
Along with the other student. The 3 of us were all friends. The 3 of us have met in class. The 3 of us, she introduced, you know.
But if you were friends, they wouldn't have assumed you were following.
Yeah.
Holy crap. You guys are actually cornering me, no offense.
We are cornering
the
her.
same way you
Friend,
cornered her.
And you leave school together. Wow.
I know, but you've already said that you followed her.
Yeah, but following
Forget what I
somebody,
said.
no, following somebody doesn't
Forget
equate
what
to.
I said. Let's do what I did.
Look,
There's-
okay.
man.
If I don't know how to say this, man. Let's say we leave the studio outside, right?
Yeah.
Together.
Yeah.
But now you go take the bus, and I follow you.
Okay, that's creepy. Did I not?
But that's what you did.
Whoa. Did I not just say that when we went to Bishop Street, I stopped accompanying her? So I
Hey,
didn't-
stop. Why did you stop?
Because
Because she asked you to.
no. Okay, I chatted with her while we walked together. and
Yes, but
then
why did you stop?
I did the contrary of what you thought. I didn't give her space. She went to the other side of the
Answer his
street.
fucking
and
question.
did what
She
she-
ran
Answer
across
his
the
fucking
street.
question.
She
Go
ran.
ahead. What's your question?
She ran across the street.
Oh.
Why
I
did
said
you stop
goodbye.
following her?
I went this way. She went that way. Oh man!
Never asked. Sorry, by the way, people listening to this or watching this, I don't like losing my
Cool.
my temper. Oh, man, it was hard this time. Look, I would like to move on to something more positive.
Anyway,
from
I'm
Adam
laughing
cornering women.
because this is 20 years ago. Okay.
It is funny though.
It is. It's hilarious.
I was
I'm just.
laughing. A few years later, I was like, "Oh man, that woman lost out on the chance to be with me."
And
Okay.
she did. She fucking.
Yeah, she lost.
She's a real loser. And you know who's the biggest loser? The cops. They never found her in that ditch.
Losers. I laugh is a little too.
Oh yeah, guys, I didn't even want to focus on this high level of detail. All I
No.
wanted to say is that that whole summer I was just basically like, look at my face. I was just completely lost and out of it. Okay.
If you follow somebody and you're all.
What she did to me, I was convinced this is this.
What
is
did she do to you?
This is where the psychology comes in. I don't want to have anything to do with you. This was,
That's what. But she didn't do that. But she's just being honest.
Okay, well,
She didn't do that to you.
Okay, why do you think therapists get paid a lot of money
Oh,
to
fuck,
deal with
man,
shit
I
like
can't,
this?
bro. You know what? We're
To
changing
deal with the
topic.
traumas that you caused.
I'm getting too angry. I want to go on something positive.
Okay, go on something
We'll
positive.
change the subject.
Mr. Beast. Did you see Mr. Beast? His videos. I watched a video recently. It made me really happy and it was very entertaining. He has this dude Blake that always competes in his videos, and this time he had Blake do these trials for basically a Lamborghini and $100,000. And some of these trials were phenomenal. So one of them was he had like a bunch of military guys shoot at the car, and he had to like find stuff to block the bullets. Passes the first trial. Second trial is they dropped the car 100 feet from the air.
Wow.
And then he had to get like cushions and stuff, and he got bouncy castles, and the Lambo survived. I think just the front bumper like came loose a bit.
Okay.
And then the third one was
Oh my god, bro! Just keep talking.
and the third one was he was gonna have a train run into the car, so he put a bunch of stuff on the train tracks. Like I think I don't know. It was a cool video. Like
How
I've
come?
never. Huh?
Like, what did you like about the video that was different than other videos?
No one's ever really done anything like this.
Did he get paid $100,000 per trial or for everything?
No. That was his reward. $100,000 plus
For doing all that.
Lamborghini. I think like
I heard you said plus you get to own a Lamborghini. Did I hear right? Oh, sorry. I could have sworn.
it doesn't matter. Just stop cornering me.
I'm calling Concordia Security right
I'm
now.
calling Goriest Security, bro. I'm calling the guy that skimmed money, bro.
I'm calling that guy who scammed money from that landlord, and then he called the cops on me. I mean, that was such a good moment. All right, you know what? Intellectuals.
Yeah,
out.
that's it.